Hey everyone, welcome to another live stream from Five Idiots Talking Toys. Thanks very much for joining us on a Sunday night. We're excited to be here with you. We're going to bring the boys in here in a minute, and we're going to give everybody a chance to get in here into the live stream, get into the live chat. And we're excited tonight to kind of just have a fun conversation. The latest and the newest in Star Wars world has been season 3 of Mandalorian. So that's what's topical right now. It just wrapped up a few days ago. So hopefully everybody got a chance to see that and get all the way through the season. And we're also going to chat about some of the other shows that were reconfirmed, announced, what have you, at Star Wars Celebration in Europe this past month. And that's it. We'll of course, we'll always talk about collecting vintage toys, modern toys, and take lots of questions and have some laughs. Let's bring in the boys now. John Walden is here. There he is.
Howdy.
I like this view. Let's do that. Okay,
here
we go.
That's a good view.
Yeah. And let's see who else is here. Is Adam Chitwood here? Or no? He's not really part of the show, I don't think. Christopher.
Oh, you guys ready? Oh, okay.
And coming from the left coast, Brandon Alamo and Yoda. What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up, Yoda?
Hello.
Sounds like Yoda has some acid reflux.
Yeah. He sounds constipated.
Pizza I ate. Feeling well, I'm not.
Did you have Georgian pizza?
Correct.
Yoda, I bet the Mets game tonight, the Mets versus the Giants. Are the Mets going to win?
False.
Damn.
Uh-oh. That's not good. So,
Idiot you are. The Raiders will win.
Tuscan Raiders.
Tuscan Raiders.
the Tuscan Raiders are going to win. So Charles is going to likely be here tonight, guys. Please don't fret. He's on his way back from a chocolate theme park.
Correct.
A chocolate themed theme park.
Correct.
I seriously doubt he makes it.
Probably
Well,
not.
Is his middle daughter old enough to drive? She's like 13 or something, isn't she?
I think she's 12.
12. I mean, that's a little young.
Yeah.
All right.
On the
Well, so
farm,
he's not
maybe.
going to be. What's that?
On the farm, maybe.
On the farm. So yes, they're not. I don't think they're coming home in a tractor. So he's going to have to continue to drive. He can't pass that off and jump on with us. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's go over to the live chat. Johnny No Names is here.
Yes.
Hitchville is in the house, and Left Coast
What's
Graphics
up?
is here.
Cool.
Somebody who appreciates superpowers besides myself
Oh.
is in the house. That's good.
Who's that?
Hitchville.
Oh yeah, I've seen his. He had finally took some pictures of his stuff. I got to see it the other day.
Yeah.
Nice. So, where do we want to start, guys? We got 21 folks in here now. Thanks very much to everybody for joining us on a Sunday night. If you don't know, you can go to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com to get to all of our links. Follow us on our different socials. You'll see different content there, reels and TikToks and, shorts and all that stuff. And you can also go to 5 Idiots Talking. No, I'm sorry. I already said that. I said that already. Rogue5toys.com will get you to our sales page.
That just goes to show you how much Shane knows about our own sales page.
What is it? It's called internet.com, right?
Correct.
How that works?
Yeah.
Internet.com.
And if you want to get any merch from our little endeavor here, you can go to
It's-
t-shirt.com.
T-shirts.com. Yeah.
And you can go to hats.com.
Shane doesn't sell on rogue5.com. He sells on other sites.com.
False. I've had I think 4 to 5 live sales over the last about 5 weeks or so. Going to be doing another one very soon for anybody who's watching. I'll probably, if not this coming week, then next week. So in the next 10 days, I'll have another one. And Chris has been pumping that page like usual.
Yeah.
So John has been pumping that page with the Vault advertisements, right?
I want to say that I got in
Going on the page.
Yes, you are.
I got in like 70 mocks last week, and I would say 60 of them sold.
Wow.
That's, within a week, that's better than I could have ever expected. So thank you to everybody.
I'm starting to believe that Chris is putting something in these boxes, and the people that buy from him are aware of what they're going to get. Like there's some mysterious thing that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Because these mocks, these things he posts, they sell in 5 minutes.
Right. I'm doing these secret tins for everybody.
Yeah.
And, and inside the tins, they get these like secret giveaways. There you go.
Tin time.
That's the hottest new item right now.
Tin time?
Yeah.
It's really funny that you say that, because I invoiced everybody for my sale Friday night. It's Sunday now. And I literally had like 4 people when they got their invoice reply back, please make tin time you should trademark that. It's a permanent thing. Always do tin time. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I got to plan in advance though, and like get a pile of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
put good stuff in there though. You can't put Bestman Blaspers in there and expect people to pay $70 for a Bestman Blasper.
Yeah, did you guys see the one from Friday?
I didn't.
I even asked like the crowd, and really the only guy who responded was the guy who won. But he was like, "No, this is great. This is great." It had like 13 items in one of those medium tins, medium round tins. It was, and I included a limited edition print of the Hulk and Superman. This was the final item, but it's something I can show.
Okay.
But this is a pretty cool comic print, and it's limited, like one of 225. So he's going to get that. He was excited about that, I believe. And there was like a Yoda robe and some Rebel blasters, another blaster, two different figures. What else did I have in there? It was like a decent amount of stuff. It was like 13 items.
I saw that you went on late, and I got to tell you, like, I did the night shift for 19 years, 11 at night, 7 in the morning, and I would sleep during the day. I thought I was going to have a problem since I like retired from my job to like go to sleep. Yeah. I can't stay up past 11 o'clock at night anymore. Like usually at that time was when I was going to work. My eyes are closing by 11 o'clock. I am shot.
Yeah, we know because we can see it on our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Do we have we need a sound effect? Like, do we have a red alert sound effect, Brandon?
I have a dump truck.
Yeah. All right. Dump truck. Yeah. Do that. I don't know how you
want it now?
Yeah. How ready is that at your fingertips?
Yeah. Brandon, come on. You're supposed to have all this ready to go. Come on. You're the Fred Norris of the show.
Fred,
I'm watching a live auction at the same time as our show, so we can't.
God.
Sorry, Brandon. Why don't you just take your time?
Hey, I don't know if Corey's on, but Corey probably hates me.
Are you outbidding him?
Oh, I outbid him on a 12-back Han. I got a 12-back Han with a cut pop on it for $160.
Oh well, Corey doesn't buy anything over 150, so you're good.
Yeah, he was so pissed.
He couldn't outbid you at $160.
Guess I'm not going to win any mucks tonight.
Oh my gosh!
God.
I was like, oh, Corey.
He was
right. So is this sound effect happening or is it not happening? We're so what a professional podcast.
What are you looking for? Why do you need a red alert?
A red alert.
Literally anything at this point.
Why do we need that? Hold on.
Charles is in the green room if you want to let him in.
Well, that's the sound effect.
That's why we're using the sound effect.
Jeez,
oh, my bad.
So professional.
Let's see.
I'm just going to get my beer out of my baby bottle holder.
He keeps his beers nice and warm like mother's milk.
I take all the baby bottles out and I pack it with ice cubes and beer. So thanks,
wait,
Jackson.
You should put orange juice ice cubes in there, and then you have a double whammy. Charles is on a frozen ice orange juice cube run. Oh, what is that, guys?
I don't know. I think
Somebody's intruding.
Is this a vault live sale?
Oh, he just ran away. He heard the red alert and he thought his house was on fire. He ran.
I think it's the same sound effect that John had for his live sale on the vault.
Yeah.
Oh, that I
all
thought
the
I
lights,
was going to go to
the
the
lights
hospital.
shut off and people.
I thought I was having
going
epilepsy and I was going to end up in the hospital.
That was Johnny at the dock.
Yeah. That's what
Anybody
goes
know
on in that shop after dark.
where that red alert sound came from? It's for our audience.
Oh, can I guess?
Aliens Alien.
No.
Oh, I just watched that today and it had the yellow siren lights going off.
Only the
And
super
guess?
nerds.
And
No one's guessing.
Mandalorian
It's
season
hilarious.
3.
It's probably because nobody is watching us right now. How many people do we have?
30 people, 29
30
people.
people.
oh god, Brandon is so negative. Jesus.
Ring pops. There you go.
I actually had one earlier today, Michael, but thank you.
He's had his
Juan
fill.
Carlos
Which one
says,
you- Shane, is this the one you were talking about? I should have played this one.
Is he?
Oh, that's Alien? Or
That's
close?
my alarm clock in the morning.
Oh, dear God.
Can I guess? Can I guess? Can I guess? Oh, dang.
When
Nobody,
you have an alarm
nobody gets the
clock
first
that-
one? There we
Stars.
go.
Well, Juan
Trek.
Carlos said in Next Generation Star Trek.
Yeah. That was
I don't
in the
watch.
90s.
I don't watch.
No,
Star
it was
Trek.
it was the one from the with what's his name? Captain Kirk? That one.
Yeah.
Bach?
Yeah, that one.
When you have an alarm clock that sounds like that, that's how you just hate life. Like you wake up in the morning and you just hate your life as soon as you open your eyes. You
Well,
got to
no,
have like something a little nicer than that.
I'm like, it's time to evacuate the Nostromo.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't seen Alien. I told you guys
Also known as
on a recent episode I was going to watch it.
Time to hit the bathroom.
Yeah, well, that's a red alert. Yeah, I just finished Alien. I hadn't seen it in so long that I kind of forgot some of the parts. So I just finished that this morning, and I'll move on to Aliens next.
What'd you watch it on, if you don't mind me asking? Like where?
I have a streaming service that I use
Okay.
that pretty much I can get a hold of anything. Well, hello. Alexa's trying to talk to me. Yeah, I forgot what happened when she got on the escape shuttle. You know, like I knew that it wasn't over, but I kind of forgot exactly how it went down. So it was fun to watch again because it's probably been, 15 years since I've seen it.
Shane, no one cares about Alien.
Oh, you hear that, guys?
Charles, Alien is so popular that me and Brandon are making our own podcast of just an Alien show.
Yeah, we're making our own Alien toy selling group.
Have fun.
Two idiots selling Alien.
Alien only.
Alien mocks are $5 to $10 each. Have fun.
You guys are going to go to tisa.com, two idiots selling alien.com. All right, guys. So
Tita, two idiots talking alien.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tita.
Tita's.
Tita.
Let's go to Tita's tonight.
All right, guys, we are here to talk about Mandalorian Season 3, much to the chagrin of half of the people here. It was not universally beloved amongst the five idiots, which is fine. It's a little surprising, but it opens up some nice debate, I think, in this live stream.
I will freaking jump over anybody who says they don't like it.
Brandon, which way did you lean just before we get started? Were you on team Shane and Charles, or were you on team Chris and John?
Well, I mean, it's
Playing both sides.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm leaning towards I liked it, but it definitely had some stuff in there that I didn't like. Like some of the characters I think were kind of weird. Like
Yeah, I feel the same way.
What's her name?
Chris goes to the bottom.
What's her name?
Yeah, move John all the way
Brandon is saying enough that I'm going to move him to the top between the two of us.
What was the name of that lady that was?
John left.
I don't remember her name. And then Jack Black.
The fact that you don't even know her name, Liza Minnelli, no one cares.
Well, I didn't even know her
Liza
name
Minnelli.
during the episode. Somebody had to tell
Liza
me
Minnelli.
it was what's her name?
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Yeah,
I don't
Lizzo.
even know who that is.
Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. Someone's like, that's Lizzo. I was like, I don't know.
No show has 100% all the characters and all the episodes are always great. I mean,
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's gonna have stuff wrong with it.
now I have a thought about this, and just give me a minute or two to get my
you
opinion
go.
out before everyone jumps on top of me. So you guys keep saying that as your excuse. That's your excuse this whole time, is that no show is great, no show is all good, and I get that. We're talking about a show that has 8 episodes. 8. They're not 15. We're not talking 20 episodes like shows on TV where there's 20 episodes or 15 and like 1 or 2 are stinkers. You can afford that. When you're doing an 8-part TV show on Disney, I'm sorry, but they should all be good. 2 of
All
them
right.
should not be stinkers at all.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, let me just say right off the bat, no shows are 15 or 20 or 25 episodes anymore. Now that we're into streaming, all of our favorite like HBO shows, Netflix shows, they're all 8 to 10 episodes tops.
Prison Break, Lost, those are all shows that I watch.
Those are TV shows, though. Those aren't streaming shows.
I'm talking about TV shows.
Lost came out 20 years ago.
You're on the wrong channel, then, Chris.
2003.
20
He wants-
years ago.
Chris wants to be on One Idiot Talking Lost.
How about Spartacus on Stars?
That is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Mine too.
That
Amazing show.
10 years ago.
When there was a stinker of an
Well,
episode,
no.
was it still good? Yeah,
More
it
than
was
that.
still good.
Over a decade.
It wasn't over a decade ago, Brandon.
Yes, it was.
Relax. The show ended, I want to say 2013.
A decade.
Oh yeah,
10 years ago.
I forgot we're 2023.
Dan,
You couldn't
God.
stream
You're gonna
that.
have to
There was
move
no
him
such thing
last.
as streaming back
He's
then.
the
I
worst.
thought we're still like 2018. Jesus.
He has no clue what he's arguing about. You have to make
He's
him
over here
laugh.
like, my favorite Star Wars was the one that I saw in the theater.
I
in
know exactly what I'm talking
1987.
about. You guys are sticking up for a show that has 8 episodes, and you're saying it's okay to have a few bad episodes. No, it's
It's not for you, though.
You're
I
doing
never
They're
said
not
the
writing
episodes
it
were
for a
bad.
40-year-old.
You're doing 8 episodes out of
They're
the
not
8.
writing it for a 40-year-old. They're writing
Exactly.
it for kids. They're
Exactly.
writing it for kids.
Exactly. So
It's not for you.
So if I say it's terrible, I'm allowed to say it's terrible, right? Because
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. Exactly.
For
So
you, yeah.
Charles just proved my point. Thank you.
Chris's argument is my favorite show is 2.5 Men. There's 36 episodes a season,
I don't
and
watch
they're
it. I
all
don't-
funny.
I don't watch any of that stuff.
Look, we've lost 4 viewers talking about this trashy show.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you like it, John?
Uh-oh, here comes
Because-
Adam Gothard.
I'm about to lose another one.
Yes.
Uh-oh, Chris
Great
is back
garbage.
in 2004.
Great show.
The writing is horrible. The writing is horrible. The story was horrible.
We have a ton to sell, so we've got a lot to do. So.
What the?
Brandon is shopping right now.
I agree that the episodes that were good, but the episodes that were bad were bad. There was a lot of stuff in there. I'm just like, why did you put this in? Why did you even add it? Thank you, Luke. A lot of it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm just like, what is the point of this crap? It was just crap.
No,
Honestly, it was crap.
So I agree with the sentiments that it felt like it had no direction there for a little bit, and they were trying to figure stuff out. And then I think that if they would have started with not started with the last episode, but if they would have gone with that storyline in the beginning about the cloning and about the war that was building up and taking back Mandalore and all that for the 3rd season, I think that would have been a good start. But I think they started off really slow, and people were wondering, where are we going here? And then we didn't really know anything about what's his name, the bad guy,
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon, until the end of one of the episodes where the X-wing fighter finds a hole in a shuttle where Moff Gideon was supposed to be. But that was like episode 4 or 5, So it really didn't start off. They had the pirate thing in the beginning and IG-11, and they're trying to find that, and they got people, what's his name, walking around with all his robes on. Looked like that was
Grief
like,
Karga.
come on, man. Like Grief Karga walking around. Like, I was like, come on. Like, they just needed
How many more seasons will there be?
Hopefully
Aren't they
none.
signed up? Aren't
Hopefully
they signed
none.
up like 3 more? Or Or
I thought there was supposed to be 8 seasons.
Okay, so they have to have
I might be wrong.
multiple storylines.
I understand that, but
We
it
got to
didn't
push
even
this for
sound
5
like,
more seasons.
didn't even sound like they were going anywhere with
I gotta
the
tell
beginning
you,
of this season.
if they're gonna stretch this dumpster out for 5 more seasons, then I feel really bad, because if they couldn't even get season 3 to be good, what is season 6, 7, and 8 gonna be?
Well, you're gonna have Thrawn. He's gonna show up at some point.
I hope so. He'll save
He's
the
going to
whole
be in
show.
Ahsoka, though.
Yeah, but they
He's
already talked
on a
about him
crossover.
in the episode with the council meeting that they were having
Yeah.
on Teams.
Yeah.
Where everybody was virtual. See,
There you go.
See, Matt
So,
says 8
yeah.
seasons. I have never heard that before. 8 seasons. I just
correct.
my shorts are so tight right now. I'm gonna have to go change
Correct.
into larger shorts.
So the only thing I was worried about was that it's now the guy who plays the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal. He's
Yes.
done, right?
I don't know, but for as much as I like that guy, because he was also
I don't think so.
amazing
Who said that?
he
I
was
read an
amazing in
article today
Narcos.
saying that it was conflicting with the Last of Us show, and that he chose the Last of Us over shooting.
I read
for
that.
this. You read that?
I read
Okay.
I
I
mean,
didn't
it's a
read it in
rumor,
f-
but as much as I like him, he was amazing on Narcos. If you guys haven't seen Narcos on Netflix, highly recommended. It's the Medellin story. He's
Agree.
one of the stars.
I agree with that.
I would say that don't believe everything you read, because Michael J. Fox filmed Back to the Future at night, and you know what he filmed during the day?
Family Ties.
Family Ties. So
Yep.
he did both. And Pedro Pascal doesn't need to be physically there to film Mandalorian because he's just a voice. So,
Well,
I mean, he could do both if he wants, or they could just move it around. I mean, The Last of Us show is amazing.
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 But if it's this voice stuff that he needs to do, whatever. They're not going to come out with a new season of Mando for another couple years anyway. I don't really see them,
As much as I like him, I was going to say Brandon is 100% right. He may leave the show. I don't know. That's the rumor, that he's been unhappy with some things. If he leaves the show, the show's going to be fine. I hate to say it, because I really do like him as an actor. They'll get somebody else to do the voice. They'll have a stunt guy in the Now, from what I've read, he's been in the suit a lot of the show, like majority of the show. He is not just a voice. So he's physically been on screen in that suit a lot, but maybe he starts taking a back seat in that regard, and he's more of the voice going forward. I don't know.
Well, I know that the guy in the suit is played by 2 different people, and it's very rare that Pedro Pascal, unless it's like a face scene, is in it.
I read different recently, but who knows the truth? I don't know.
Everyone's just reading the story that fits what they think. Oh, I read he's leaving, so I'm going to go with it. I read that he's not in the costume. I'm going to go with that one.
Oh, I was reading that after the first season that he wasn't happy with it and wasn't going to do another season. Now we have 2 more seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Charles is the hugest fan of Mando 3. Hugest fan. He fights it to the death.
There's some horrible characters. There's some horrible scenes, but 90% of it was regular Mando.
Charles PM'd me. He probably doesn't
great.
remember this. Charles PM'd me because he was probably so emotionally distraught after Paz Vizsla died that he doesn't remember calling me crying about how that character is now dead, and now he's got to get all the
150 Legos.
He's got to get all the Lego for Paz
Yes.
Vizsla.
I think that's what we said on the last
Vizsla Legos.
Did he have a heart attack?
Wins and Whiffs. We said that.
I didn't even know that Paz Vizsla died.
Oh God.
Chris doesn't even know who Paz Vizsla is.
No.
He's the big,
So
he's the big fat one, right?
So he hates the
Yeah.
show.
Right? Yeah.
Hates the show. No clue who Paz Vizsla is, and has no clue that he died.
I just said I just said who he is. He's the big.
Have you
fat
not
guy.
even seen? Have you not seen the last episode?
He hasn't
Absolutely
seen the season.
Oh my!
Brandon,
He's
I
on
watched
episode 4.
I watched the first 4 episodes. I tried watching episode 5 last night. I fell asleep 3 different times watching it. I said, you know what? I gave up because I was
Which
going to
one
watch
was that
it
one?
for today. I don't even remember. I don't know anything that even happened.
Episode 5. Episode
skip that
5
one.
is the battle with the pirate in the end.
Skip
I-
that one.
I gave up.
Go to the last episode. Watch that.
I have no desire. I have
Go to the
literally
second
no
set. Go to,
desire.
do 7 and
No.
8. 7 and 8. That's all you need.
So
But
the
if
thing
I'm-
that upsets me the most is that Chris, didn't like some of the other shows, which that doesn't upset me. He didn't like Obi-Wan. He didn't like Andor so much, I don't think. And he was super hype on Andor before.
He likes
like
Obi-Wan now.
Yeah.
He likes Obi-Wan now.
No.
You got to keep.
No.
You got to keep track, Shane. He likes Obi-Wan now.
No, I went back and watched Obi-Wan a second time, and I said it wasn't as bad as I thought. But I thought it was a 2. I'm still giving it a 3 out of 10. It's still terrible. It just wasn't as terrible.
So I was going to say, what bothers me is that through all of the other waves of this, Obi-Wan, Andor, Chris would always fall back and say, it's not, Book of Boba Fett. Oh God, he hated that.
Garbage.
He would say it's not Mandalorian. Can't wait for Mandalorian.
Yeah.
None of this is good as Mandalorian.
Well,
Yeah.
there was
Mandalorian comes out, he
here-
doesn't
hey,
even watch it.
Okay, here's the thing. There was nothing to indicate that Mandalorian season 3 would be a huge pile of trash. There
Seasons
was nothing
one.
to indicate that.
Yes.
Seasons 1 and 2
John, you don't even own Disney Plus.
Yeah, I do. I don't
See-
own it, but I have it.
Nope,
Seasons
you don't
1
own
and
it. You don't
seasons
own it.
1
I
and 2
got it
were
for this stupid show.
Nope, you don't
seasons
own it.
1
You
and
guys
2
wouldn't-
You
were
have
like
to own
really
it. You
good.
don't own it.
I
If you
got
don't own
for
it, you have no opinion. You didn't pay for it.
I got it for this stupid show
Do you own it?
because everybody was like hounding me to watch the show.
You would have to probably boot all 5 of us.
Yeah.
I have Disney Plus.
I think
You own it.
Andor for me, I would say out of a 10, I would give it a 6 or a 7. It wasn't terrible. It was better than Book of Boba, Obi-Wan, and Mando season 3 by far.
No, I know, but you didn't watch Mando season 3 yet.
I'm
So you
not-
can't
I'm-
have
I'm
a
not.
full opinion on it.
I'm not gonna-
I
You didn't
do.
even watch it yet.
Charles, I don't watch an 8-episode TV show to say 1 episode is amazing and 7 are a pile of stinking shit.
But you didn't
Right.
watch it yet.
I
You
agree.
I don't need to.
you can't have that opinion yet.
I don't need to.
Yes, you can.
It's already terrible.
It's
John.
an opinion.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
thank
on
you.
a second. I have a
I
question.
have the same opinion.
He
Thank
owns
you.
Disney Plus, so he can have an opinion, but he actually has to watch it first, though.
I have Disney Plus. I got it because you wouldn't shut your mouth about it.
Don't own it.
I have a question.
Don't
I have a
own it.
question.
Okay,
I have
go
a
on.
question for John. John,
Okay.
did I read that correctly? That it said your most recently watched show on Disney Plus was Elephants.
No, that was I don't know what that was.
Yeah, what popped up on the screen?
Elephants. I didn't even know that's a
No.
show.
It's the scroll.
Oh, okay.
What did it? There it is. There it is. He's watching elephants.
Elefante.
That's the scroll. At the top.
Elefantes.
Elefante.
Is
Oh,
that
that's
like the guy who
funny.
sings Deo?
No.
Elefante.
I think it said keep watching. Elephants.
Yeah,
Okay.
elephants.
You jackasses.
I just go back to what I keep saying, and I've always said this, that Star Wars was never one of my favorite movies. The toy line was my favorite toy to play as a kid. It was never like my favorite movie.
Keep watching.
So
You didn't finish that episode, John.
No, I didn't.
to
Like
like
I
these
said,
TV
it's
shows,
garbage.
if
Like
I
I
don't
said,
like
time
them,
and time again, Disney just wants to make money, and they're going to appeal to whichever group
correct.
that wants to watch their stuff. And I
The
know a
rest
lot
of
of
us
people,
either-
are wanting to relive the nostalgia and the old movies and all that. And people, even when they go to Disneyland or Disney in Orlando, they're like, oh, I don't really like the new theme park. It's whatever, and it's all for the new movie and all that. And I think it's a big disappointment to everybody that wishes, just like the new movies that came out. It's a big disappointment to everybody that wanted the old original trilogy stuff, and we're just not going to get that anymore.
No,
They already
we can't,
walking-
we can't live in 1980.
And going to the celebrations, you'll see it. The
They already
Phantom
hooked
Menace,
us.
the
Us
Phantom
and
Menace was
I
awful.
wasn't
Those
living in
movies were
1982.
Terrible.
I wasn't
Those
living
three-
in 1982 when I watched Mando seasons 1 and 2. I thought they were great. And there was no
Well,
indication
because-
that season 3 was going to be a pile of crap.
Well, because
But
they
it
really
is.
appealed to. It was the first, besides Rogue One, it was the first thing to come out from Disney that appealed to the original trilogy, and that's something that we really enjoyed. Now, season 3 kind of veered off, and now I rarely saw a stormtrooper. I don't even know if there even was one in season 3.
A helmet only. That's
There was
what
a
it is.
couple of times. I mean, you should see everybody perk up when you see a TIE fighter or a TIE interceptor or oh, or Luke shows up in an X-wing or whatever, or they show the old bar with like the rebel, guys on it. Like that's the good stuff. That's the stuff that I like seeing. Or R5 showing up. I think those are the good things. When it's not showing that kind of stuff, and the storyline's kind of like, I think that's where people have,
they're appealing to some other audience.
Exactly.
They don't need us five. Like it is what it is. Like
and
they're
the theme
appealing
park
to somebody else, younger kids.
Well, it doesn't appeal to us.
somebody.
So
Hey,
we
look.
can say that it sucks.
Yeah, sure.
I liked it though. So
Yeah. Well, I thought it was horrible.
I thought it was great.
I try to keep an open
I thought it was
mind.
great.
Okay, so have you been to Galaxy's Edge at all?
Yes,
What'd you think of it?
I loved it
Why?
because it was an immersive.
It wasn't the answer you wanted, Brandon.
Do I-
It is.
Oh,
because
no.
it was because it was an
Because
immersive experience
it's
into
not the
the
original
Star Wars
trilogy.
world. And
Okay,
I loved it.
so then what's wrong with Boba season or Mando season
Boba,
three?
really? Let's not get started with that.
What's wrong with Mando season 3 is it had tons of loose ends. The stories didn't tie together. It was the I didn't even complete it, to be honest with you. I'm about like Chris.
All the
I'm
stories
like
tied together.
4
All
episodes.
the stories tied together. So
Okay, well,
you can't say the stories didn't tie together.
I'll take your word for it. I won't say that. All right, but it was poorly written, in my opinion. They told us what we were supposed to be seeing instead of us experiencing what they were supposed to be seeing, and I hate that. I love innuendo. I'd rather not be explicitly explain to me what's going on. I want to figure it out myself. Right.
See, that's
And
funny
so-
that you have that thought because I feel like they didn't explain stuff enough. Like there was a couple of characters I wanted to know who they were and where they came from.
The
and we got
one
no-
thing that I wanted and I never had was the Force. Oh God.
oh,
That
yeah, yeah,
line
yeah.
from I mean, it was just
Okay.
everything was like that. And I was like, oh.
This can be solved in about 15 seconds. Two guys did not watch the entire season and they hate it and they're so against it. And
Because
three
I'm not
watched
gonna
the
watch the
entire
rest of
season
it. I'm not
and
gonna
they
waste
liked it. You have to come back when you watch the entire season
No, you
and
don't.
say, "Hey, I watched the whole
Okay,
thing.
No, you
I think
don't.
it sucks."
Yes,
Then,
you do.
No,
then
you don't.
we can at least
Okay.
say, "Oh, okay." They at least watch it. You didn't even
Shane,
watch it yet.
there's 8 episodes in a season. If someone thinks the first 5 are terrible, what are you going to watch the last
You-
3 for?
You ever
because
watch
you're
The
an
Walking
idiot.
Dead?
answer.
You ever
Thank
watch
you.
The Walking Dead?
Thank
The Walking
you.
Dead has horrendous seasons.
Because
Some of the
episode-
seasons are horrendous. They're
But they
so
have
first
boring.
They have
episode-
20-something episodes.
But the first episode, did it not
Plenty.
just completely captivate you?
Which one?
Did it
Yeah,
not? The
Yeah,
first
but for
episode.
14 seasons, you're going to rely on the first episode.
Oh God, we're talking about 8 episodes for one
Right, so
season.
let me answer
Episode
the-
one of
let me answer the question.
Mando was awesome. It was awesome.
Let me answer the
loved
question.
episode
Somebody recommended a show to me
Charles is
recently.
fucking drunk.
Mando
Loved it.
episode of the first season.
No, season 3.
He thinks
Season
God.
3, first episode of Mando was
He's-
awesome.
yeah. He must have been
No.
drinking a lot.
So listen, somebody recommended another show, a totally different show to me recently, and it was
must be chocolate wasted.
like a throwaway. Like, hey, we were
Hershey.
chatting. I'm like, I'm looking for a new show to watch. He's like, oh, I just finished this. It's great.
What was that?
It was the worst show I've ever seen in my life.
What show?
It was it's an HBO show.
Oh my God.
Is it The Mandalorian
White
3?
Lotus?
Which is what we're
Is
talking
that
about?
Oh, yes.
What?
White Lotus. It is
I-
the worst show I've ever seen.
So,
how many
hated it.
episodes
I have a
did you watch?
question.
How many episodes did you watch?
Well, hold
I-
on, let me finish. Hold on.
White
let me
Lotus?
Let's
finish.
finish.
Was
Let's-
really
Let me
good.
finish.
There's a
We're
red
never gonna
alert.
get-
White
When
Lotus is
Shane's
really
done, we
good.
have a red alert.
No. Yeah, that's fine. But we're never going to get through a thought otherwise because we're all fired up. I watched. It's only a 5-episode season. I watched 3 episodes like begrudgingly, and I said to my wife, "You're on your own." I never quit shows. I said, "I cannot do this. I hate everyone on the show. I can't sit through this." So that's like in one end of the spectrum, right? Like it was a brand new show. I wasn't invested at all. I hated it, and I bailed on it, which is super unusual for me. But for Mando to hear Star Wars fans, to whatever degree you are, you guys were invested for 2 full seasons to not be able to get through more than 3 or 4 episodes is shocking
Shane,
to me.
What a
Wanna-
shame. What a
because
shame.
Episode
shame.
episode 3, I think it was Whenever I saw the doctor and that transgender woman doing whatever that they were doing, I got completely lost. I had no idea what was going on, and I watched the whole.
I fell asleep during that one too.
I watched the whole
that one.
episode, and I just kept on saying to myself, "What does this have to do with anything?" And even if the show turned into cloning at the end, I get all that. But like Brandon said, they should have did that like episode 1 to set it up that this is what it was going to be.
I have to rewatch. I think I have to rewatch whatever the cloning parts were for episode 1 or season 1 and 2 to kind of figure out what was going on with that, because I watched that episode and I was like, man, I don't remember what they were trying to do or what that whole thing was about with the doctor.
It's with Grogu.
Yeah, and with the doctor coming back in season 2. Yeah, so I have to rewatch all that stuff. I think we'll have a better understanding. But I think they just could have started with that in the beginning. I just don't think they had a direction in the beginning.
I read an article, and yes, I didn't see it, but they did say that after that episode, did you see her or the doctor ever again in the season?
Yes.
Did you?
Are you guys blown away that Chris is busy reading articles about the show and he's not watching the show?
No, because you want to know why?
Reading it left and right, but not watching the freaking
because
movie.
it pops up. It just pops up like on my feed all the time.
Because your phone listens to you like.
Yeah, it just pops up on the feed. So I say to myself, "Oh, you know what? Let me read this." And
Chris walks through the hall with his cell phone in his pocket, and he's like, "Blank Mando this, blank Mando that. I am watching this." Blank.
Chris,
and now
next
his
time
phone's just popping up with all these articles about this.
Next time an article pops up on your phone, throw your phone out the window and put on Disney Plus.
I'll stick to my Alien movies and my Indiana Jones and my
the Nostromo is about to self-destruct. I'm wondering what our audience thinks about season 3.
Yeah,
we already have talked a lot about it.
Well, Left Coast Graphics obviously loves it. And I think that the excuse that everybody uses because you're a Star Wars fan, you should love it, is the worst.
It's the stupidest excuse.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the worst excuse.
It's a stupid excuse.
It's just stupid.
I'll put it to you this way. Grew up with Jar Jar. So this is exactly where I'm going with this. I went to Celebration, not the one was in London, but the one prior to that in Anaheim. And I knew one of the vendors there. And the vendor had tons and tons of episode 1 through 3 figures, memorabilia. He collects oddball stuff. And he had tons of it for sale. And I said after the show, "Hey, how'd you do?" And he's like, "You would not believe the amount of people buying episode 1 through 3 garbage." He's like, "I thought that after I bought this stuff in the early 2000s and in the late 90s that I would never be able to sell this stuff." He's like,
"Die with
people were buying this stuff left and right, like Taco Bell cup toppers of Sebulba and
Chris loves those.
And Queen Just a Dollar and all the other characters, Anakin with the goggles on, with the helmet, the pod racer." He's like, the amount of people buying this, it blew my mind. And I'm like, man, that's really crazy. I'm like, who is buying this stuff? And he's like, the kids they're now in their 20s and 30s. They grew up watching these movies, and that's the Star Wars they know. So now they want to buy up all these collectibles.
They're not thinking
Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith and all this stuff that every one of us has brushed off as complete garbage.
That's not what Chris and John are thinking of. They're just thinking of only what they like.
Yeah. That's the thing is that Disney doesn't care. Disney doesn't care. They want to do what makes money.
When I went to Disney, I walked through the whole whatever cold Star Wars land or whatever. I didn't really get it. Yeah. I walked away and I'm like, it's really not that good. But when you look at it from afar and you're like, hey, they want to attract like younger people, 20 to 30-year-olds, 15-year-olds, whatever. And you look at it from like that angle, it's something like different. Mandalorian's not 100% for you. Like
I love
making it for Chris and John.
I love
how the whole season and hate it.
I'm supposed to watch a TV show, but watch it from a different angle and say to myself, I don't like it, but from that angle, it was better because it was made for them. I have my own opinion. My own opinion
for you. You just have to watch it. You
can't have an opinion if you didn't watch it yet.
You didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I did. The first 4
That's
sucked.
a ridiculous. You
guys sound.
Chris's point talking about the white orchid or whatever the crap that was.
I know. Thank you.
No, but you missed the rest of my point. You're already invested in 2 seasons of a show that you loved 2 seasons of. How could you not give the 3rd season a full one shot at least?
Because it's terrible.
It's only 8 episodes.
You just watch the whole thing.
You've never done that before?
I've done it so many times.
Oh,
I hung on
Absolutely.
with The Walking Dead for 3-4 seasons past when I wanted to quit because I was invested in it.
I've watched every episode of Walking Dead, every episode of every season.
Have you seen every season of Walking Dead?
Me?
And some of the seasons
I did. I bailed
in
for like the
Walking Dead.
last 3 seasons.
They're horrendous.
Brandon,
I bailed on Lost.
I was reading
on Lost.
I was reading the comic book Walking Dead 5 years before it came out on the TV
Yeah, but did you watch every
had so
season
much
of The
time. He's
Walking Dead?
reading
I
and
watched
watching
every
everything.
episode, every TV show.
Oh my god!
He's reading
I
and watching
I couldn't
everything.
watch
You
anymore
can-
after like season 5. It was
You
too
can
much.
watch 4 more
Well,
episodes, Amanda.
I worked nights for like 19 years, so I would watch it at nighttime while I was at work because I was bored. I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Kyle. Podby was 40.
Yeah. I
Todd-
mean, John
Todd-
was already had kids in college when when episode
Todd
1
really
came
is
out.
secretly like 65 years old right now.
All right, so we've argued a bit about bunch about the show overall and who watched and who didn't and how you felt about it. Let's step back a little bit. Now we're not, you guys who watch us know we're not going to sit here and go through a detailed Cliff Notes scene by scene. That's not this show.
No,
But let's
please,
step back.
no.
No, let's step back to the beginning of the season. We already gave a review of episodes 1 and maybe 2. Or mostly that episode 1, just when it premiered, we had an episode, a video about that, so you can go watch that on our
And then
channel.
we bailed on it.
Well, we're just not the kind of show that's going to review every episode. It's hard to do our regular episodes and pull each other together to do another weekly show every for 8 weeks. That's tough. But episode 1 and 2 were good, I thought, and then episode 3 is the one that had everybody talking. It's referred to as the Andor episode by a lot of people. Had a very Andor feel, very adult feel. It was cold. It was darker of an episode. It was not for kids. When I have my kids watch this season, which they haven't started yet, I'm gonna like zip right through episode 3. I'm not gonna even have them watch that. They will have no idea what is going on. They're 6 and 8. I will let them watch the first 10 minutes, I think it was. And then when they're, you're dealing with the doctor and everything, done. Like they're not going to get it. But the criticism I have, and I do have criticisms for this season. I love the season overall.
Oh, you do? Oh, I wouldn't know.
Season 3 was the episode where we focused on the rehabilitation of the doctor, Dr. Pershing, and the other officer that we had seen previously in season 2, I believe, season 1 or 2. They were supposedly both rehabilitated. We followed that along. The criticism I have is while we did see that officer multiple times since, it's twofold here. Number one, it guarantees you that there's at least another season because that storyline was never visited again. And so that's also my criticism. You waited to find out, okay, why did we have to sit through 40 minutes of that type of an episode in the middle of a Mandalorian season that totally didn't fit? There must be some big payoff. We're going to circle back around. And there was the payoff in the sense that we found out that Moff Gideon had all these plans. He wanted to extract the ability to use the Force, and it was through cloning and blah, 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 blah. But we never saw the doctor again. We never got any full arc of what that whole episode was other than just a mention through Moff Gideon. So that was my first major criticism of the season. What did you guys feel about that episode? And I know that Chris, and I'm not criticizing, but I know that Chris and John didn't see the finale, but you guys who did know that we didn't really get a full circle on that storyline. And that was pitched to us as a big storyline in only the 3rd episode.
What did you think of the Liza Minnelli episode?
Well, hold on. We're not there yet. Brandon and Charles, what did you think of that episode? I know it was a little slow and not super exciting, but the fact that we really didn't circle back on that storyline.
That's the one that I fell asleep on, so I got to rewatch it.
Yeah, I remember you said
I
that.
watched
There you go.
episode 3 like multiple times. It was probably out of the 8 episodes, that was the second worst. And the worst one was with the Back to the Future, like half that episode, it was kind of like a waste.
Right.
But
So-
I'm not gonna hate the entire season because John told us to expand. So I'm expanding my knowledge and everything. I'm not gonna hate a whole season on one episode and then like a half of another episode.
So episode 1 was slow. Everyone said it. Episode 2 was a little bit better. Episode 3 was bad. Everyone thinks it's bad.
Yeah.
4, I thought again. I thought it was terrible. You guys seem to think it's okay. But then you guys watch the Liza Minnelli one and think it's terrible. I'm just trying to think in my head how you found this to be amazing. If you guys said it's good, give it a chance, I'd be like, okay. The fact that Charles is so adamant about how amazing this was, it makes me even more mad about how terrible it actually is.
You know why? Because I have a 5-year-old at home. He's watched 1 through 8
But
30 times.
I don't
like 30
care what
times
a
each one.
5-year-old thinks.
He
I care what a 45-year-old thinks.
They don't care what you think, though.
I'm asking you
That's not
what
why
you
they
think.
made That's not why they made the episode.
But I know that.
Not for you.
I know that. I understand that. That's why I can say it's bad.
No soup for you.
I'm asking, why does a 45-year-old think that this is good? That's my question. If it was made for a 5-year-old, you're 45. Why do you think it's good?
Because there's Mandalorians in it. There's like a million Mandalorians all over the place.
All right, guys. I'm just gonna keep drinking and I'm just gonna like get out of here because this
Chris.
is
No,
this is
Chris.
crazy.
You didn't even
favorite
watch
part.
it, though.
This is
You
just
have no
mind-boggling.
opinion. Your opinion
Here's
is
my
worthless.
favorite
You didn't even
part
watch
of
the
this
season.
whole thing.
This is mind-boggling.
Here's
You guys
the- here's
make
my
no
favorite
You didn't
sense.
even watch
thing.
the season. You have no clue what happened in the season.
Charles,
and
he doesn't
you
like
have an
one.
opinion.
He only likes
How?
one Mandalorian. If you bring other Mandalorians in, it's too much.
Here's my
It
favorite
doesn't
thing
make
about
any
this.
sense. You can't have an
Yeah.
opinion if you didn't
Let-
watch the season.
let your-
You didn't
of-
watch it.
Of course
You
you
have
can.
no opinion. It's
Of course I
gone.
can.
It's gone.
John wants to talk.
All right, let's hear what John wants to say.
Okay, my favorite thing about this whole discourse is when somebody says, "Hey, what did you think about The Mandalorian season 3?" And I say, from what I've seen, I think it's garbage. I didn't even finish it. And then somebody
That's
says,
different.
"Well, that's
That's
your
different.
opinion. You just
That's
freaking
different.
asked me
That's
what my
different.
opinion
That's
was."
different. You just said, from what I watched, it's garbage. You two are saying the whole season is garbage. You didn't watch it yet.
And you just said that
Very,
the whole
very
season,
different. Very
you just
different.
said the whole season is good when you just simply said 2 episodes were bad and 2 are okay. So that's
1.5.
So that's 4 out of 8.
One episode was bad. One was like half bad, like a 5 out of 10.
Oh God.
The rest were 6 through 10. The
right,
last
so-
episode,
6 through 10, and that
last
equals
episode is
amazing.
awesome.
That
Last
equals
episode is
amazing.
awesome. Last
All right,
episode
so-
10 out of 10.
So
It's great.
let's
Oh my
let's
God.
step back. Let's keep the train on the tracks. Let's step back. Episode 4, which now I'm remembering what that was. So I'm a little surprised even more that that's where kind of Chris fell off, because episode 4 I thought was pretty good. That was when Mando took Grogu back to the
Yes.
what do they call it? The Enclave. The what is it?
He went
The-
to Mandalore, right? To
the
the water.
the
to
Mandalorian
water thing.
group, and they fought the giant beast
Spider
coming out of the
thing.
water.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And is that also the same episode when Paz Vizsla's son got
So
stolen by the bird?
that's that's where I got
That was
lost.
like next one, I think.
I got
Next
lost.
one.
I got lost because there was 10 Mandalorians flying after a bird for the whole episode into a nest.
Yeah,
It
like
just
that
the
was
whole-
like.
he said it
What
was the
was
whole
the point of
episode.
that?
The stupidest thing. You're flying after a bird and you can't catch a bird with a little baby Mandalorian. It's so stupid. What was the point of that? What did that set up? Did that,
That
set
was
up?
to me. They could have
I'll
cut that
tell-
out.
Thank
I'll
you.
tell you
Or-
what it set up.
Thank
I'll
you.
tell you what it set up.
Or
It
they
set
set
up
up the
the
Paz
fact that
Vizsla-
Mandalorian had previously had issues with Paz Vizsla. They were battling over the Darksaber. It set up the fact that Mandalorian and Bo-Katan, who was a rival clan with Paz
Yes.
Vizsla, and it set up the fact that they were both
Yeah.
willing to sacrifice their lives or put themselves in harm's way to save a young Mandalorian.
I get that.
And it united all of them into
I get
the
that.
same
So you
plan.
couldn't think of anything better than to fly after a freaking bird for half the episode? Really?
That's true.
You couldn't
yeah.
fly after a bird? Come
I
on.
mean, sure. That
Well,
part
what
was a
if
little
what if
frustrating.
it was a very large marsupial, like
It was-
a kangaroo?
It was just stupid. That's where I got lost. That's
Or
where,
a pterodactyl. They could have had a pterodactyl.
that's where I stopped watching it.
If it was a kangaroo, would you have continued watching it?
These things are fighting the biggest creatures in the world, like earthworms in season 1 and 2. These big things like underground. In season 3, this big thing that
underground worms.
The one in season 3, this thing came out of water and they killed that. Now a bird, and you can't catch a bird for half the show? Get out of here.
Juan Carlos, could you be more specific and make it longer, please, for us to read in the middle of the show?
For once in the whole history of this podcast, I agree with Juan Carlos.
Oh my God, mark it, John. Can you take a note? Where's your pen?
Yeah, John, mark it down.
There he is.
I agree with.
All right,
Carlos.
All right, so episode 4, we just talked a little bit about that. Again, we're not the kind of show that we're not sitting all here with notes or we remember every scene of a 45-minute episode. Season 5, episode 5 is episode. Am I correct in saying episode 5 is the Alice in Wonderland episode? I know you guys know exactly what I am talking about when I say that, right? Yeah. It's Alice in Wonderland. We end up at a little oasis.
That was the worst
kingdom.
That was the worst episode.
The king and queen are playing croquet or some nonsense. And they're wearing ridiculous costumes, and they take the amazing, wonderful Christopher Lloyd, who's 117 years of age at this point, and they stick him in a show, one episode with no real arc to it.
Well, 5-year-olds love Christopher Lloyd,
and they basically make him a bumbling fool, and he has no point of being on the show.
That was a waste of a great actor that made a cameo in Star Wars that should have been a lot better, and that was a complete waste.
Yeah, I did not understand that. I was excited. Well, I can't even say I was excited because Christopher Lloyd, again, he looks like he's the Crypt Keeper at this point.
Well, he also looked like the Crypt Keeper back in Back to the Future too, and he's
Yeah.
And the truth was he was really only like 36 or something. Yeah. I don't even know.
I never knew that. He looked like he was in his 80s 40 years ago.
I know. Yeah. You could think he died 30 years ago.
He looked like he was 80 in Taxi.
Yes. Yeah. I used to watch reruns of that when I was like 10 and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about half the time.
So he's aged well.
I guess. But I mean, what are you doing? Are you just like John Favreau when you say, "Hey, I'm going to shoehorn one of my heroes into the show"? I guess. I mean, I
don't know.
There's
what was the point
reason for him to be in the show.
What was the point for Jack Black and Lizzo?
Because 5-year-olds love them.
It's made for 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds love those guys.
It's made for 5-year-olds. Obviously, 5-year-olds love them.
So
Disney would put them in there.
So who's the guy?
There's no point. No point of them being in there.
You guys know who Daniel Craig is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He asked to be in Star Wars as a stormtrooper in
Rogue One, right?
No,
or
Rise.
Last Jedi.
No, the one before that one.
Empire.
Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
Return of the
The Force Awakens. He asked to be a stormtrooper in the Force Awakens just so he could say he was part of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right. So they honored his request and they made him a stormtrooper. He was the one that was in the holding cell with Rey, and Rey was telling him to get lost, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll leave." That was him. So
at least he wore a costume.
So they honored that request. So I think that some of these actors and actresses, and I think I read about the Lizzo one that she had been a Star Wars fan, for her whole life, and her dad showed her Star Wars, and she was always wanted to be in Star Wars and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure that she requested it and they put her in there.
Well, that's like they let her play James Madison's flute. Did you guys hear about that?
A what?
What's that?
Yeah, at the Smithsonian Museum or whatever.
Oh. No, I don't know.
They let her play James Madison's flute.
Who's James Madison?
What the frick?
The 4th president.
So, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Just because somebody wants to do it.
That episode was shit. We all got it.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
Now listen, in the same episode, there was a Bo-Katan and
Even the fight scene was horrible.
And
The fight scene
Axe
was horrible.
Wove's battle, that was
Yeah, it was
you know, there was a moment there that was not bad. You're saying it was terrible?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I mean,
it was like a
there
fake
was
fight.
action there,
So
but
So if episode 3 with the doctor and whatever was bad, and then I thought episode 4 with the whole flying bird thing just kind of like lost me with the flying bird, and then this was episode 5 that you guys
Here
are
we
saying
go.
it's terrible. No, I'm not actually getting mad. And then you guys are questioning me where I got lost on this. Well, that's how I got lost, because episode 3 was terrible. 4, you flew after a bird for the whole episode, and then 5 was terrible. So that's where I got lost.
The five
But you're
of us,
missing 6, 7, and 8, though.
the
I don't
five
need-
of us
I
talk
don't care at this
nonstop every day, all day, and to have like 3 other people telling you like keep going, and for you not to even try is blowing my mind up.
I did. I put on episode 6. I skipped episode 5. I put
Yeah.
on 6 last night, and I fell asleep 3 different times.
All right, well, I mean-
I could not watch it. It was
You don't work the night shift anymore. You work
it
the
was-
morning shift.
it was terrible. it was terrible.
So again,
I like how Shane's wearing his bright yellow shirt and his bright yellow hat.
I hate that shirt. I hate that shirt.
I have 4 of those at my house still that we never sold.
I don't remember exactly what episode 6 was, but
Can we just get through 6, 7, and 8 and
6,
move
7,
on?
and 8 rolling into
Why?
each
I
other?
thought you loved it. I thought it was amazing. You wanted to talk about it.
I have to.
We've been on for about an hour, and Shane's only on episode 5.
No. Well, because we were all just yelling at each other for the first 25 minutes. But between 6 rolling into 7 and 8,
It's good TV.
it was excellent. And the finale, I thought, was absolutely amazing.
Oh, it was amazing.
Non-stop for
it was 10
whatever
out of
that
10.
was, 50 straight minutes. Amazing.
It was awesome.
You don't have stretches in the Star Wars movies for 45, 50 straight minutes that have as much action as the finale had.
Yeah.
I love how me and John are so adamant that it's bad. Shane and Charles are so adamant it's good. John, I mean, and then you have Brandon just going, yeah, sure, good. I don't know where Brandon is. He's literally, like Charles says,
I already told
on
you.
the fence.
He's on the fence. He's on the fence. Here's Chris. Freaking birds are flying everywhere. The episode's garbage.
It's a huge.
I agree. That's correct.
And like Shane's like, episode 1 and 8 were amazing.
I agree. That is correct.
Like, you got to pick a side, Brandon. Which side are you on?
I already told you. I'm kind of neutral.
That's what makes the show 2.5 to 2.5.
I'm neutral. I already told you.
traffic.
There's episodes I don't like. There's characters I don't like. I think it started off very slow. I think they needed to move the end to the beginning and kind of go with that to carry
How
the
was episode
storyline
8?
through.
How was episode 8?
Great, but they should have made that earlier or have some direction towards that.
You gotta wait
I didn't
for
know
it.
what was going. To tell you the truth, up until the cloning one that I fell asleep on, which was episode 3 or 4, I had no idea what was going on.
It was slow. It was just slow. Yeah, it was. It wasn't bad. It was just
It was
slow.
after episode 1. He wanted to find parts to fix IG-11. That was where he was going, right?
Yeah, it was.
That was
slow.
the beginning. I need to
No
find parts to
squeezy.
fix this droid.
No squeezy.
No squeezing.
That was my favorite part of the whole
Yeah,
season.
I mean, like,
Yeah, it was funny.
come on, man.
Bad
Like,
Baby.
To this day, my favorite episode of all the TV shows, Obi-Wan, Mando, whatever other garbage piles there were. My favorite episode was in the Book of Boba when Luke Jedi and Ahsoka was in it. Was that episode 6, I think it was. That episode to me was hands down the
Yeah.
best episode of all the shows.
mhm.
Training
Well, then-
Grogu and stuff.
That's got to mean something for your overall opinion of Book of Boba Fett. Now, I understand it was kind of a Mandalorian episode. We all say that.
Yeah.
But if your favorite episode is in the show that you hate the most, there's something weird there.
Absolutely. That means that they're doing a terrible job directing the shows. Because I'm watching a show of Book of Boba, and my favorite
And he
episode
doesn't
was
even
about
make an appearance in that episode.
Yeah, it was Luke Jedi. It was Luke Jedi and Mandalorian.
Yeah, the finale of
Mhm.
Book of Boba Fett was awesome, I thought, with the whole Rancor and Mos Vespa.
Oh, you like that?
Awesome.
Yeah, the Rancor,
that's a stretch.
absolutely.
You thought that riding a Rancor like a bull was a good thing?
Well, there was like a half an hour long sequence. There was a half an hour long sequence of an awesome battle.
Yeah. Mos Vespa.
My
Another loss.
God, I thought
Shane, I'm sorry. I'm going down the negativity road. I'm going with Chris and John. He was riding a Rancor like a freaking horse.
Like a horse.
It looked ridiculous.
Well,
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
The riding the Rancor. The whole episode was good. It was a good battle.
The Rancor got shot 5 million times. It didn't have one wound. It was perfectly fine.
It was
fake.
Mostly fine. It was fine.
Mostly fine. Shane. So no. This is Shane, and I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm not saying that it's bad for him to do this. He is somebody that just loves Star Wars growing up, that he is holding on to anything possible right now, Star Wars. And I understand that. Hold on for as long as you want. But guess what? I already let go. I let go. I'm not holding on no more. Keep holding on.
You're gonna be feeling different in like another 2 or 3 years when your son is like a little bit older and can really like know all the characters and start understanding the storylines. You're gonna be watching it with him every weekend.
Shane, you can keep holding on. I don't doubt you for it at all. But I let go. I let go. I was on Titanic. I let go.
I love how Chris let go 3 weeks ago, and now he's so adamant. He just let go 3 weeks ago.
I floated away in the water. I'm done.
6 weeks ago, he was holding on. 3 weeks ago, he's on the door with Kate Winslet.
I let go.
Floating around. Kate Winslet. So you know what? I'll throw this out there. I know that everybody that's watching right now has already seen Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, except for Chris, everyone that's a Star Wars fan watches all of the shows. One of the best episodes of any of the recent series that have been out is the final battle with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. The way they did that whole 15-minute scene, that episode was fantastic.
15 minutes.
Hey, come on. That wasn't one of the greatest battles.
With Obi-Wan and Darth? That was awesome.
Shane.
If you are an old school Star Wars fan and didn't enjoy the two of them coming together when they were like younger and actually had a lightsaber duel, I don't know what to tell you. Because you go back and watch it in A New Hope now, and you realize it was Obi-Wan just giving himself up. You can play that off. Like I think it was supposed to be a real lightsaber duel, but they didn't have the technology.
You don't remember the parts of the show where Darth Vader couldn't use the Force to pick up a rock, but he was able to hold back a whole Imperial cruiser from freaking flying away. You didn't put like the whole 2 and 2 together thing. How crazy that seemed. Ridiculous.
What was he not able to do? Hold back a rock?
Ridiculous. He's holding he's holding Imperial cruises by the Force. These huge ships from flying around, but in other episodes he couldn't do anything. Useless.
I take back everything I said about Juan Carlos now.
Yeah.
See, yeah,
Shane,
you could go a couple different ways.
Just don't say anything else.
You can look at stuff really close, or you could lean back on your couch and just enjoy the show.
I'm leaning back.
We are not film students. We are not Siskel and Ebert. Guys, just lean back, expand.
Yeah.
Grab your drink
and
watch Darth Vader fight somebody.
That has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Here, this is toothpaste flavored water, but just lean back.
Well, hey,
and enjoy.
getting back to the original trilogy here. Anybody going to see Return of the Jedi in theaters next week?
I do want to, yeah.
I got tickets
don't ask Chris and John.
For Friday.
Don't ask Chris and John.
Chris
I got tickets for Friday.
Chris let go. He's not holding on anymore. He let go.
Shane,
I can't go to the theater.
I'm holding on to the 80s. I let go of the new stuff.
Well, Chris, are you going to see Return of the Jedi in 40th anniversary in theaters?
Brandon, if I had all the time in the world, like you, yeah, I would see it 6 times. But with two kids at home, no, I have no time.
I'm seeing it 8 times. So
of course you are.
Yeah.
I already saw it, Brandon.
I did not buy tickets yet, but I did look to see what theaters have it.
Yeah, I'm going
preferred theater has
Friday.
it.
I'm going Friday evening, so we're looking forward to it.
He
Chris never saw the end of Return of the Jedi.
tapped
Correct.
out after the third sequence.
I was born the year before.
Chris is so.
Is it going to be? Is it going to be the original release without all the George Lucas added stuff?
Absolutely not. Come
Absolutely
on.
not.
No,
Right?
yeah.
They erased that. I
That's why
would
still have the
like
old
it if it
VHS
was.
tapes still.
I thought they were going to roll
With
those out after they bought Lucas.
Joe Yowza or whatever his name is with the band instead of Cy Snoodle singing.
There's some guy on Facebook that sells the trilogy without all the screens on Blu-ray. I might just buy those.
Yeah, the D what is it called? The deconstructed or D specialized, something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you know I saw a piece of artwork recently that was it's a vintage piece of artwork, like pre, Return of the Jedi, when they were sketching out the characters and the scenes and stuff. That guy that they put in that John was just talking about to be the singer with the big teeth and stuff in the special edition, he was in the drawings before they filmed the movie. Like he was
really?
originally one of the characters in the palace. So that's George like going back and putting in stuff that was taken out.
So, yeah, the same thing with A New Hope with Jabba at Docking Bay 94 was actually a human walking around instead of a Jabba, and that was supposed to be Jabba the Hutt, and they put him in there and they CGI'd it, but that was actually filmed back in the 80s or 70s.
Yes, and I read recently, I thought that originally he was supposed to be a human, and he's in a costume, and everything. I read recently that he was never supposed to be human. They hired that guy as a stand-in, and they were going to do Jabba as Jabba, but when it came down to it, they did not have the technology to pull it off.
Yeah, exactly. Question for Hitchfield there. Is that do you own the despecialized Blu-ray? Yeah, I was wondering if you have the Blu-ray. I was wondering what quality it is.
Yeah, there's somebody that makes them out there. I've heard that before.
Need another beer for this pile of dumpsters.
On Blu-ray,
Blu-ray.
Is it great and pretty good quality, or is it kind of? I'm just wondering. I don't know how the guy did it. I don't know if he deleted stuff or what.
720p.
Is it 720?
Okay.
All right, guys. So
Not bad.
we have 32
Not bad.
people viewing us right now. I'm hoping that you're all subscribers. If you're not, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're watching the video right now. Just down below, hit that subscribe button. It would help us out. Please spread the word about the show.
And smash that like button.
Smash it. What I would like people to do is comment whenever you see our stuff, our content. Give us a comment on there. If you see our stuff in any of the groups on Facebook, even on our own page, our own Facebook page, throw a comment in there if you're interested in the upcoming episode. If you have a question for us, every time you comment, it bumps up, our post and spreads the word a little bit more.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate that. We appreciate all the likes on the posts, but if you throw us a comment and bump it up in the groups, that would be a big help for us as well. And we love all the live comments now, but give us a comment on the video after it's posted as well. It'll show up and it'll have no comments on it.
So when does Ahsoka come out? That's next, correct? That's like the next show?
August.
Oh,
August.
Damn, I didn't think.
Yeah, so we gotta wait till the end of the summer.
Okay.
August that's the next one.
It'll
So
be here before you know
looking
it,
forward to that.
What are your expectations for that?
I'm looking forward to it.
So am
I
I. I thought the trailer looked great, but again,
I already know what's going to happen.
other trailers looked good too, and they weren't good. So
John will 100% hate it. Chris will, I think, like it more than Mando season 3. Shane will be head over heels. Like he's never seen a season this good versus that. Then you have Brandon. If someone says they like it, he'll agree. If someone says they hate it, he'll agree. And I'll probably like it.
Shane,
if you have an opinion, Brandon will agree with it.
Yeah.
Shane is like Shane and Left Coast Graphics are in the same category. They love anything Star Wars. They'll never let go. You can put a pile of shit on a plate and say it's a cheeseburger, and they'll eat it and say, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's a cheeseburger." They just they just won't accept that something's not. Guys, let it go. The two of you guys, let it go.
On the flip side, go ahead.
The first question should be, if you were in a store and you saw on the rack there was a Star Wars USB, would you buy it? If your answer is yes, you're in the boot camp with Shane.
You need to let it go.
It's funny because on the flip side, we watched the Indiana Jones 5 trailer. Chris is like falling over himself. He's drooling. He's like, this is going to be the most amazing movie of the year.
No.
I watched the trailer.
No.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, it looks horrible.
I thought the trailer looks good, but I know it's going to suck. Just like the trailer for Obi-Wan was good. The trailer for Mando was good. The trailer for Andor was good. Were any of them really good? Oh,
God. Remember Chris with the trailer for Andor?
Oh,
he watched it like 100 times.
I was so pumped. for Andor.
He's like, there's no way it's not going to be good.
It was an amazing trailer.
The trailer was good.
Awesome. It was so good.
For anybody who's watching us right now, this is what I would say to you. If you watch any of these shows and you didn't love them, I would say, now that some time has passed, go back and watch them in a binge format. Like, go watch the 6-hour movie of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Go watch the whatever, hour of Book of Boba Fett. Go watch Andor again, which I will do as well. Chris, you did this already. It feels different when you watch it and don't have to wait a week.
I agree 100% with that. 100%.
Because if you have a slow episode, you can blast right past that. Which is why
another reason why I stopped watching Mando, and I said to myself, I'm in no rush to watch it, because when I do, I think I can watch them all in a row, and maybe it might make me like season 3.
Yeah.
But going forward, like even with like Ahsoka, I don't think I'm going to watch Ahsoka when it comes out. I think I'm just going to wait like 3 or 4 weeks and then watch 3 or 4 in a row.
Which, you know what? Honestly, that's fair.
That's fine, but
if you want to do it that way, that's fine.
I wouldn't be able to do that because there's too many people spoiling stuff.
Yeah, I can't do it.
There are a lot of people spoiling stuff. Like once I heard that Liza Minnelli was in episode 5,
Yeah.
There could not be two people that are more different than one another than Liza Minnelli and Lizzo. I don't even know Lizzo.
It's the same name, Liza Lizzo. That's why I'm saying it. Liza and Lizzo.
I love Liza Minnelli and Arthur.
I don't even know who she is.
I love Arthur and Arthur too.
Idea. Who is she?
Liza Minnelli is Judy Garland's daughter.
I have no idea. I'm just saying it because the name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
She's a famous actress and singer.
See, Brandon just did it.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Right. Agree.
Star Wars is horrible.
Whoa. I agree.
Hold on.
I hate Star Wars.
Brandon,
I agree. I love Star Wars.
I agree.
Is it sunny or raining out today? Yes.
I gotta mediate somewhere. I'm like,
there you go. See? Thank you, Sam. Thanks, Sam. Garbage.
Well, yes,
I'm looking forward to Ahsoka.
Okay.
John, please don't.
Here is the general sentiment. Here's the general sentiment from, a positive thinking, true. I'm not saying you're not true Star Wars fan. I'm saying like a Star Wars fan going way back. Yeah, we just had these huge chunks of our lives where there was no content. I'm just so happy that there's a company that took over and they're willing to make content. Now, listen, they're making content because they're making money off of it, but they're making content. And I went from 4 years old until I was in college with no new content. That's my whole entire childhood.
And everyone's and it should have stayed that way. It probably should have stayed that way.
But you say that now, but before episode 1 came out, everybody who liked Star Wars wanted new content. Nobody said, don't ever make any more Star Wars.
I was dying for episode 1 to come out. Then I watched episode 1 and I literally did die.
Well, do you remember?
You're
Do you
not
remember?
that bad.
Do you remember being younger and there was always that rumor that episode? Well, of course we knew episodes, that we knew were called 4, 5, and 6. So we knew there was supposed to be 1, 2, and 3. But there was always that rumor that it was supposed to be 9 episodes, like it was 3 trilogies. We always knew that, right?
Yep.
So you spent, well, you guys are 3 of you are a little bit younger than me. I literally spent from age 4 till what year was it 99? Episode 1?
Episode 1 came out in 2000, I think it was.
2000? So from age, I think it was 99.
99.
99?
From age 4 until age 21, I had to hear about how there's supposed to be 9 movies. And I'm like, where the F are these movies? So finally we got the movies, and now we've gotten better shows than some of the movies.
But we're talking about the movies and the shows. I never said I hated the movies. Like, I thought episode 7, like The Force Awakens, I actually liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I know most people don't, but I liked it. Episode 8 was like okay. Like
most people didn't like that.
Yeah, it was okay. But episode 9, again, I liked it. I didn't have anything bad to say about it. It was good. It's the TV shows with Disney I don't like.
Well, they made a mistake.
I don't like them.
Switching directors. Well, the original movies didn't have the same director either, but they made a mistake after switching away from J.J. Abrams. He just couldn't do it. I get it. But whoever they brought in, whatever that was for the second, for episode 8, he changed the storyline. That's where we went wrong, is that he changed the direction of Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. And, if we had like a Dave Filoni in charge of...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Even Mark Hamill was pissed about how they did that character.
Yeah. Yep.
If we had Dave Filoni in charge of Luke's I called him old Luke's arc, we would not be having the same thoughts we have now. We would have had a better scenario.
They had serious talks about rewriting episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
And like doing away with it like they did with the holiday special in the 70s, like literally doing away with 7, 8, and 9 and redoing them all over again.
That's doing away with some of the canon.
Yeah.
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 Brandon was like, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it now. So
that's correct.
Correct.
Well, we did say we were going to talk about some of the new shows coming down the pike. Just in terms of mentioning them.
What else is there?
I'll wrap up by saying again, I thought the finale of Mandalorian season 3 was very, very good. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. We haven't revealed anything, so we didn't spoil that.
One of the best pieces of film this decade.
What? Hold on, quick question. So besides for Ahsoka, what else is coming out?
John has left the building. He's had enough of Charles.
Is there this Acolytes show coming out or something?
Yes. So there is going to be, let me say this. There's going to be a Old Republic show. I don't even know if it's called It's not Old Republic. It's prior to Old Republic, I think. There's going to be a show that's like some ridiculous amount of years before, like, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 years before Star Wars that we know. And it's going to be like one of the very first Jedi, and it's going to be so removed from everything we know, they could go anywhere with it.
If there's no stormtroopers and no TIE fighters, not interested.
Brandon wants stormtroopers everywhere. So there's going to be that show. I don't think it's named yet.
Okay.
There is going to be Ahsoka coming in August. I'm very excited for that because it's going to be, I guess, now the third show. Bad Batch, I guess, or not Bad Batch. There's other stuff. It's all the same time period, but Ahsoka is going to now be the third show. Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka that tie in the same characters within the same time frame. They're going to expand the storyline.
Mark this down. The Ahsoka series will be the hugest letdown. If these two people hate Mandalorian season 3 this much, they have the highest hopes for Ahsoka.
No.
They are going to be let down.
Charles, please don't think for me. Think for yourself. What do you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be bad?
I'm thinking for you.
No. But you can't think for me. I'm a grown-up.
You're thinking for us, though.
I'm not thinking for you. I asked you what you guys...
And you guys asked our opinions.
I didn't ask for your opinion. Shane did.
Correct.
So Ahsoka.
I think this season it's going to be a letdown.
Okay.
Well, do we agree on this? Do we agree that we have
Shane,
enjoyed Ahsoka's time on the shows that have been out so far?
You have to have your own opinion now. You can't tell Chris what his opinion is. He needs to have his own.
All right, so let me go to Chris.
Isn't that how opinions work?
Chris, did you like the Ahsoka episode where she went and battled?
Only James Coleman tells you, your actual opinion. Okay, so I have my own opinion.
You can't have any others.
Yeah, you can't have any other opinion. I don't know if it's going to be good or not because, like I said, I watched the trailer and the trailer looked good. I thought it looked good.
Did you like her episode where she was in the forest with the fog and stuff and went to the castle? The lady who had the best car spike.
I thought it was good. Like it was entertaining. Yes.
It was pretty awesome to see her like step out of the fog with the dueling white lightsabers.
It was part of the storyline. It was part of this. They had the storyline written that way that for him to find her, and she was in the middle of a battle. I thought it was pretty cool.
I also liked her scene where she was with meeting Grogu and talking about whether or not she could take him on as a Padawan, where he could go, about Luke's, revealing Luke Skywalker without saying it. I mean, I've liked her presence on the shows that we've seen her on already. So it's a good lead in. I'll say that. I don't know what the show's going to be, if it's going to be good, but she's got a good lead in.
I hope it's good. I do.
And she has as a character, she has a pretty big fan base out there.
Huge. Yeah. Huge fan base.
Huge. No, huge. It's huge. They are USB buyers. Anyone who
USB buyers
are USB buyers.
They're Funko Pop buyers. Yeah.
Anything.
So that's coming in August. That's the next show. The Acolyte, I do not know anything about it, and I don't know that anybody does because it's like not even in production yet. It's very early in production from what I understand.
Charles, what's the one show that me and you bought the comic book because Rula told us to buy it?
Oh my God!
Oh, Dr. Aphra.
Dr. Aphra.
Oh yeah.
That's
with 000.
This will be the show that John just shuts his video and his audio off forever.
John Walden or John Rula?
John Walden.
and Rula.
John Rula is going to buy everything with Ahsoka on it, and John Walden is going to turn off his screen. Two opposites.
Hey, I'm optimistic for Ahsoka. I was optimistic for Mandalorian season 3. I went into it open-minded and excited.
You didn't even finish watching it.
So did I. I got lost.
If you want to know about the Dr. Aphra show, we're not going to get into it here because it's just not right for us to be talking about it because who the hell knows what's going to happen. But you can Google it on your own and see what they're planning for that episode or that season or whatever it is.
And it's going to be part of Ahsoka?
No. She's supposed to have
her own show.
Okay.
Well,
her own show.
She is supposed to have their own show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel so bad though, because as much as we talk John into telling him, Michael Albertson, thank you very much for what are these things called again?
Ring pops.
Super chats.
Super chat ring pops. Yeah. Thank you so much. I love all the Star Wars content, including the 5 Idiots. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Let go. Just let go.
Don't hold on forever, Michael. Don't let go.
How dare you?
Guys, thank you very much for the super chats. We appreciate it. It's going to go towards, just doing some new and additional stuff that we can do for the show. So it's much appreciated. Mm-hmm. We don't make any money doing this show. We just do it for fun. So,
correct.
As much as we tell John how great the finale is, even when he does watch it, and eventually he'll get to it,
he won't watch it.
He will always say that it's not that good because
he'll never watch it.
I love people who comment about the season who haven't even finished watching it.
Thank you.
Oh, now Brandon's away.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct.
He's got about 5 snorts of Japanese whiskey in him. So
5 snorts.
He's got 3 fingers of Japanese whiskey.
There's no way, John, that you will watch the last episode Only
I've
watched
already
the last
seen it.
episode.
I watched the
Don't-
last episode.
And
John
you didn't
did.
like it?
He told us that. John told us last week he did. John told us last week he watched it.
Oh well, whatever.
I'm the only one who hasn't watched it. But Shane also watched 3 episodes of White Lotus and gave up too.
Oh, so
And that's
I don't even
bad.
know what he's
And that-
talking about.
Shane, so let me tell you something about White Lotus since Charles is not on and we won't get yelled at.
Yeah.
Season 1, I was told it was one of the best TV shows. I watched it. What a disaster it was, right?
So bad.
Then season 2 comes out, and my wife was like, let's just watch season 2. Season 2 of White Lotus is even worse than season 1
God.
times 10.
And they're
It
not
is-
related too. It's like a separate
No.
story.
They are absolutely terrible.
I went back to the guy, and he's like a friend of a friend who
The
told
show
me
is
that to
very
watch it.
popular.
And I told him how awful it was.
Ugh.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, well, you should try season 2, though. It's a little bit better." I'm like,
oh my God.
that's your argument? Is that okay? You hated season 1, start watching season 2? No, it's an anthology series, though. It's a totally different story. I'm like,
It's-
no.
No, Shane, season 2 was mind-blowingly bad. Like bad.
You know that Stifler's mom woman?
Yes, she's in it.
She is so unlikable in that show, White Lotus. I wanna break my TV when that show is on. I
She's in
can't. I'll
season-
never finish it.
And she's in season 2.
Oh God, same character.
Same character.
Oh, the chances of me watching season 2 of that show are 0.0.
Yeah, don't.
0.0.
You can't have an opinion on it then. If
No, I can have my own opinion though.
if you didn't actually
I didn't
pay
watch
for
it.
it, like John, and you didn't watch the whole season like Chris, you
Right,
can't have an
right.
opinion.
All right, guys. So I'm looking at IGN, just trying to get a handle on.
Look at John, he's so bad.
This is my opinion. This is my impression of Bo-Katan.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that up on top of the shelf there? Is that a Hillary Clinton mask?
No,
Oh my-
Yeah, it is.
that's a Bo-Katan.
John, what would it take for you to put
Yeah.
that on live on
You
the
don't have
air?
a hair in your ass to put that on right now.
It's as rare as hen's teeth to see John with that on.
You know what? You should put that on and put the Bo-Katan head wrap on.
Guys, all right, so everybody who's
Okay.
watching us right
Let's
now.
get rid of him once and for all. What a freaking veiled threat that was. She
All right,
did
so-
absolutely nothing but join him. What the crap? See, that's what I hate about that show.
All right, everybody who's out there watching right now, the first person that donates a $20 super chat, John is going to put on the Hillary Clinton mask. Let's see if we can get there. I'll even do a half and half. If it's 2 people with $10 each, we get $20 in additional super chat. John is putting that mask on
Shane will match whatever donation we get.
to the show. So
No one.
how about this? Lando. Now that I'm looking forward to. I really liked Lando in I liked Solo. I don't know if you guys all didn't love Solo, but
Love Solo.
I thought Lando in Solo was fantastic.
No,
Solo
they
was
made him
awesome.
into like a guy that was like
In
like,
love with the droid. Yeah, I didn't like that. part.
having a relationship with a droid, and it's kind of weird.
I gotta
That
tell you,
wasn't-
I never watched it.
That's not how.
But it wasn't written for you.
That's not how Billy
That's
D.
why I didn't
Williams
watch
is Lando.
You never watched
is,
Solo?
No.
Jesus.
Shane, did you scan freaking Chris before you let him on the show?
No, he's off the show now. How do you not see a Star
How
Wars
did you not
movie?
watch Solo? Solo
was
awesome.
really. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it
I
was
know not
awesome.
everybody loved it. It didn't apparently. It made a lot of money, but apparently it didn't make as much as Disney thought, which
I guess I
surprises me,
missed-
but I thought it was great.
I guess I
Oh,
missed the
great.
memo that said if you liked episode 4, 5, and 6, you must like everything Star Wars.
No.
I didn't read that
That's not the
part.
memo. The memo is you
I didn't
must
read that part.
watch.
No,
everything.
You don't have to do that either.
He's saying he doesn't like it, but he didn't even watch it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I never said I
Oh.
didn't like it. I just didn't watch it.
Right? Do you have Disney Plus?
Me?
Yeah,
Of course. I
you,
had 2
you
little
can watch
kids.
it for free.
I don't have 2 hours to waste on it, to be honest.
No. Yes.
And I I have no desire. I just don't have a desire to
Just
watch it.
put it on while
Jane,
you're with the
Jane,
kids
hang
in the
on.
house.
He's watching White Lotus.
Just
I
drink
know.
this
Give him a little time.
toothpaste-flavored
He's
water.
watching White Lotus
right now.
season 2.
You want to know why? Because at nighttime when I watch TV with my wife, she wants to watch White Lotus. She does not want to watch Solo.
She would probably like Solo. Solo is actually really good.
She has never watched one movie of the 9 or one episode ever of anything Star Wars.
She's not going to like Solo then. Just
Exactly.
stick with White Lotus.
She's never even watched one episode of our podcast.
Oh my God! Don't say that because I just told my wife.
Oh,
I just told my
Matt,
wife tonight that she's the last
one
wife
penny
left that hasn't
short.
watched our show.
Well, there's it. There goes Matt.
Oh,
he's 1 penny short.
Matt K. We need another super chat for a penny or more.
Well, he did it.
Oh, come on, John. Put the freaking thing on.
Hold on. Here we go. Matt Neef.
What is
Coming through.
What is a variety store doing selling that?
You're looking at it.
Yeah.
Variety.
It's a variety. He's gonna put that on and go rob a bank.
Man, that thing is scary.
Yeah, this is a movie in the making right
That
now.
thing is scary. Jesus.
So yeah, if they do a Lando, listen, the whole droid thing was weird, but I think that Donald Glover was an excellent young Lando. That is awesome.
It
That's
doesn't.
scary.
It doesn't even look like her.
Your thoughts?
It doesn't even look like her.
That's a lot of teeth, man.
Yeah.
A
Why is
lot
there
of
so
teeth.
many teeth?
Toothy. Very toothy.
Wow.
I don't even know where the mouth is.
All right, if we get
It's right
another $20 super chat, John is going to take his shirt off.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I was just gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say,
John, no, leave it on. I want
I
to
was
see
just
you.
gonna
I want to
say-
see you put the hood up.
I can't
The
breathe
hood.
in there. God.
now John takes his shirt off for $20 more.
Yeah.
Isn't it that kind of show?
Somebody's gonna pay $20 to keep it on.
I want to see hoodie Hillary.
It's the recheck bank robber from Point Break.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well done, John.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
thanks, guys.
what else we're going to start wrapping this up soon. We've had some fun here. We've had some tense moments. There is I can't say this guy's name. The Taiki Waititi
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
movie. I'm not sure how to say his name. He is the director of
He's one of the directors. He plays IG-11. The voice.
but he's
for
one of
IG-11.
he was one of the characters from Guardians of the Galaxy, not Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in Thor. He was in one of the Thor movies as the guy, one of the aliens that's in that thing where you just go around the circle. What? I'm terrible at describing this.
I don't watch Thor. I don't know.
He
What
was
does
one
this
of the
have to do with
voices.
Star Wars?
He's directing a new Star Wars movie.
Oh, great.
What Star Wars movie?
Yeah,
What
which
movie?
movie?
It's untitled.
He's
It's
been
just got
involved.
his name attached to it so
He
far.
directed some of the episodes of Mandalorian in the first season.
Yes, he directed some season 1 episodes. He's the rock guy, Kyle saying.
His
Yeah,
name is Korg.
Korg.
Korg. He's a really good, fun character in the movie. Like
John
he ends up
hates him
fighting.
already.
He ends up fighting with all the Avengers in the final couple movies.
Yeah, he's from what I heard, he's a decent director. So
Yeah, so he's a New Zealand guy. He's got a New Zealand accent.
So is Jon Favreau.
He's a New
Hey,
Zealand
before-
guy.
Yeah, before we leave, Shane,
Yeah.
just want to throw something out there. We should revisit this after John and Chris watches the entire season.
It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna watch it.
I will.
John,
I'm not.
do you hear what I just said?
We'll
When
revisit it.
John and
That means
Chris
we're not
watch the
gonna revisit it.
entire season.
I'm not gonna watch it.
All right. For the next $20 super chat, John is going to watch the rest of the Mandalorian season.
No, John's not going to do it. Don't even waste your
He
money.
will.
Yeah,
He
don't
will.
waste
John
your
will
money.
not watch
I'm
it.
not gonna watch it.
Save your
John's
money.
not going to watch it. Don't waste your money.
If you want to watch good science fiction, watch Nope.
What is it? Nope.
You know what, John? I haven't finished it yet. My wife and I got like 2/3 through, and we fell asleep because it was just super late at night.
Shane's on 70 shows. How do you keep track of all these shows?
Shane's
the app that I have tells me what I have to go back to.
Shows with his kids, shows by himself.
Shane's watching shows with everybody. His neighbor, White
Now,
Lotus, Blue Lotus, Red Lotus with this person. How many Lotuses are you watching?
Is it NLP?
Shane, were you captivated from the very beginning of that show?
Yes. And I said to my wife, "Oh, you know what? We didn't finish Nope the other night." And she
What
goes,
channel is it on?
Don't watch that without me. I gotta see what happens.
What is it on?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Is it NOPE?
Yeah,
Nope.
it's who it is. It's
Amazon.
Jordan
I never
Peele.
heard of it.
Jordan
I'm gonna
Peele.
check this out.
It's the latest Jordan Peele movie.
I like Jordan Peele. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that.
I actually like Jordan
Charles
Peele.
is watching so many shows.
No, I didn't
He's seen
watch
the
it.
movies.
No, I saw the preview.
You
I
say
saw-
nope. He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that already."
So many.
I saw the preview.
I mean, it grabs you from the first second of the film.
I'm 2/3 in, and it's very good so far. I
John
just
needs to be
reminded me I have to
grabbed.
go back.
So we already have that. John needs to be grabbed from the first episode. If you don't grab him,
Yeah.
he's not
wait,
holding
got him.
on.
If you don't
John's
grab
not
him by
holding
the
on.
short hairs from the first 5 minutes, he's out.
No, that's not necessarily true.
All right. All right.
I had to watch it twice.
Book of Boba Fett season 2 is coming. We don't know the date yet. That's coming.
Is it though? Like they keep talking about it, but is it?
Well,
really?
you're right. It does say
That's definitely
status
coming.
unknown.
It just keeps.
Yeah,
it
I
just
mean,
keeps
they're
saying.
gonna come out with it.
I would think, yeah, but
There's talk about there being a Mandoverse movie. Now,
God, please.
I wish we knew the answer, but we don't know the answer. How far off that is? I think it's probably pretty far off, especially when you hear Brandon say there's a bunch more Mando seasons coming.
Yeah,
But maybe somewhere in there is the movie. But I think the movie is going to end up tying a lot of the series together, so that might be interesting. A lot of the different series, I mean. And what else, guys? Skeleton Crew was the other thing, right? I don't know much about Skeleton Crew. That's going to be an animated show, right? Or no? Bad Batch is coming.
I never watched Bad Batch, Rebels.
I haven't watched it either.
Well, I haven't watched
What
any
is
of those
Skeleton
TV
Crew
shows.
about? What's the premise
No
of
idea.
Skeleton Crew?
Somebody give us a comment. I don't know the answer to that.
I've watched a Bad Batch, not Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew was like a movie with like
Live action. Okay.
Very few people.
Shane,
I was trying to think of the guy's name from like Dawson's Creek.
Chris let go so long ago.
You got to let go.
He's
Charles.
not holding on.
He's
He
not
let
really-
go.
live
He's
action
still falling.
with Jude Law.
He's
Has
still
Jude
falling.
Law. It's in the Mandoverse. Skeleton Crew has Jude Law in it. What's it about?
Oh,
I
Jude
told you
Law's in
guys-
it? He's good.
I told you guys a long time ago that I liked Star Wars and collecting the toys because I liked the toys. It wasn't because I loved the movies. I liked the toy line. That's why. But if you ask me, I like Lord of the Rings better. I like Alien better. I like Indiana Jones better.
It's just got to let go.
It's not my favorite movie. It's top 5, definitely for sure. Top 5.
yeah.
This new movie. What's the Indiana Jones movie? It's number 5 that's coming
it's
out.
5. Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Walker.
Chris is
Dial of
pumping
Destiny.
this one. Chris is
Dial of
pumping this next indie movie.
Oh,
Loves it.
It's not
Loves
going to be good. It's not going to be good.
The older Indiana Jones gets, the more Chris loves him.
It's
Like,
not going to be good.
He's 98 years of age now, and he's still an archaeologist, and Chris loves it.
And Josh loves Indiana Jones.
And Josh is late to the party.
Yeah, he's been holding on for Indiana Jones since he was
Correct.
born.
Correct. All right, so we're going to continue to listen for more news about the upcoming shows to come down the pipeline over the next 6 to 12 months for sure, because we're going to have Ahsoka from probably August, I think, beginning of August through October or into October. Between now and then, will we find out that there's going to be another season or a new show of something around Christmas time or January, February? Very likely. They're going to keep this train rolling. I mean, there's rumors lately that Kathleen Kennedy has been getting the gauntlet thrown down to her, like, get everything back in line and get some more movies coming down the line, all that stuff. So we're hopeful. I mean, some of us are hopeful. Some of us are letting go. So, I don't know.
I hope she gets let go.
John, you have to let go.
Oh,
why?
John was never holding on. John was like, nope, not even doing it.
He touched the bar and he was like, I'm not holding on to this.
Yeah. Shane's like this. He's completely handcuffed.
Shane is Jack Dawson from the Titanic. He just won't let go. He won't let go of the damn raft. He dies in the water frozen. He won't let go. Just
my torso is going to be laying on the ground and my arms are still going to be holding on to the
bar. Just let it go, Jack. Let it go.
Wasn't there a little bit more room on that door?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, right?
It's the 40-year-old question.
They went back over this. They actually
30-year-old question.
They actually put the door in the water and they actually tried to see if two people would fit on it.
Was like Mythbusters or something?
And the answer was correct. They both could have fit on it.
They should have used a smaller door in the movie and then nobody would be talking about this.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for watching this live stream, guys. We appreciate it. We have a nice crowd here tonight. Say that again.
He had to die or it wouldn't have been a movie.
All right. Well, then use a smaller door and make it realistic. All right. So please visit 5idiotstalkingtoys.com for everything about the show. You guys know the show. We appreciate it. You're hanging out with us in Rogue5Toys.com is where you can go to get there. That's our sales page. We get this question every now and then, and just to clarify, we're not really a Facebook group. We're not a community in the sense that we're a group like a lot of the other groups that are out there that we love. Christopher's floating a dirty.
To be honest with you, that actually sounds amazing.
So, what kind of super chat is that worth?
That sounds amazing to me.
They've got to find a body of water
for tacos.
So you mean tell me I can float in water and eat tacos?
Well,
yes,
it's at least $52 for that super chat because that's what Charles spent at Taco Bell.
Right.
He needs to start going to Del Taco. Anyway.
So come hang out with us on Rogue 5 Toys. It's our sales page. It's the five of us plus the action figure grader, John Rula, posting things for sale. We have some fun there. There's some good, content and conversation in the comments on the post there. But it's not a community in the sense that it's all wild and loosey-goosey where there's all sorts of people posting stuff. When you buy stuff from Rogue 5 Toys, you're going to be getting it from one of the six of us. And it's going to be well packed and shipped timely. And we have live sales there.
Is it free, Shane?
Everything is free there.
You don't have to pay a monthly fee?
Oh, if you have a coupon, it's free.
A coupon.
You have to have a coupon code, I believe.
Oh.
Or you could not have a coupon and you could just request to join and just come for free.
30% off.
30% off of free.
Right. You can buy stuff for free nowadays.
Well, the difference with Rogue 5 Toys is we don't charge you money before you spend money.
That's unheard of.
What if are there places that like you have to spend money for every month, and then even if you don't buy anything?
Correct. Actually, it's funny it's funny that you say that, Charles. It's actually not unheard of. Every other Facebook group is also free.
Yes.
There's only one entity out there who's charging money before you buy anything.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you very much for hanging with the 5 Idiots Talking Toys. We appreciate it on this Sunday night. Please make sure you check out our Wednesday episodes every week. Wednesday's Wins and Whiffs of the Week, where we share our new collectibles. And we also will tell you if we had a big strikeout anywhere in the collecting hobby. And you can also be ready for our new podcast episodes every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time is when they usually release. When we have a live stream like tonight, we'll be doing it at 9 Eastern time. And you can go back and watch any of our 80-something episodes on our YouTube channel whenever you like.
86, I think we're up to now.
87.
Are we at 87?
Remember,
we had Michael Havens, the 2 episodes, I believe, were 86 and 87.
Remember, we are 5 idiots, not 5 lawyers.
No. Brandon, do you have any lawyers in your pocket, though?
Thankies!
But I do know what tortious interference means.
Tortoise. I saw a tortoise at the zoo. All right, folks. Thanks very much for hanging out.
It's like
half the words we're using.
You keep it's like what that in Princess Bride when he's like, you keep saying that word, but I don't think you know what it means.
Yeah.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Affirmative.
Correct. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out again on a Sunday night. We appreciate you. We will see you next time on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Bye.
Bye, JC.
Page punches.
Bye, John. Wednesday.
Bye, Charles.